live here in the studio is banjo player Evie Ladin from Oakland, California. Welcome, Evie, and got a banjo tune for us?
I do. This is an old tune I got from Bascom Lamar Lunsford. Familiar tune, different version than you might have heard. You all set?
Yep. Evie Ladin live in the studio here on Sunset Road on WTJU. And you were in Charlottesville for a concert and square dance tonight, is that right?
That's right. And
can we say whether it's sort of a house concert? So
it's a house concert. It's at a house called Magnolia House, and it's kind of right across from Shenandoah Joe's. I don't know much else than that. I think the address, if I'm not mistaken, is on my website, evieladin.com. There's also a Facebook invite floating around if you look for my name on Facebook. If that's how you get your information.
And what time does everything start?
Well, it starts 6:30 tonight with a potluck. You can bring something or not, and you can come later or early or whatever you like. And then 7:30, about 7:30, the show will start, and we'll play a nice, good long set. I'll be joined by my good friend, Charlottesville local Sabra Guzman, and then we'll start off the square dance sometime after that, probably around 9 o'clock.
And Joe Overton is involved in this as well?
Joe Overton and I will probably switch off calling. I also do square dance calling, and he plays and I play, and between the two of us we'll make everybody do our bidding on the dance floor.
Make everybody sweat.
Yeah.
Do they have air conditioning there?
We have air conditioning going, but you know, once you start dancing, who knows?
I just checked the weather, and it's 99 degrees.
Well, at least for the concert portion, when everyone else will be sitting tidy, it'll be nice and cool in there.
Oh, Molly, you came at an extreme.
You know, I asked for
situation.
it. Where I live in the San Francisco Bay Area is so not summer-like that I specifically booked a summer tour in search of summer weather, and I guess it serves me right.
I see also on this summer tour that you're going to the Canary Islands.
That's right.
How about that? How did that come about?
Well, I work in a couple of different worlds. I work in the folk world, which is what I grew up doing, playing old-time string band music and clogging and singing harmony and all of that. And then my partner, Keith Terry, my husband, he's internationally known as a pioneer in the world of body music or body percussion. And so we started the International Body Music Festival a few years ago in 2008. And through that, he's actually in Europe right now working a lot of different workshops and performances throughout Europe. And
Which is why he's not playing with you.
That's why he's not here with me right now, exactly. But there's a body percussion group in the Canary Islands in Tenerife. And he was there, Keith was there last summer doing a series of workshops, and this summer they invited me as well. So I'll be teaching clogging and some ham bone. And probably some singing as well. They actually don't know quite what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to get them square dancing in the Canary Islands. Then we'll do a concert. So we're working over there.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great. How about another tune?
Another tune, all right. Well, like I said, I grew up playing old-time string band music, but I've been writing songs all along, and it took me a little while to get around to singing my own songs, but I've been doing that for the last 4 or 5 years or so, and have a couple records out under my own name.
There's a fair amount of your own stuff on the new CD, isn't there?
Yeah, that one, and then the previous one called Float Downstream has quite a bit of my original music as well. So this is one called One of These Days. It's sort of an anti-drinking song. I don't know if that's cool or not, but that's how it came out. One of these days it won't be long, you'll look for me, and I'm gone. Hey, drink a little whiskey, you know you're gonna miss me. I don't know, but I've been told them streets of Vegas that I go. Hey, drink a little wine, I know you'll be alright, but you know it ain't alright. Drink away your every night. One of these days a long time ago, we were kids and life was so slow. Hey, pop another beer, we gotta get out of here. So we packed it up and took it on the road out to the desert where the neon glows. Hey, them free cocktails go bring down like hell. Win or lose, you have another round. Win or lose, we all fall down. Hey,
Evie Ladin live here on WTJU on Sunset Road, and we were talking about the concert and square dance just before you started playing that, and I was informed that the location information is on the WTJU page. There's a special page for your appearance here on this show.
Great.
And it's also on the WTJU Facebook page.
Okay.
So anybody...
So there's no reason to miss it.
No, absolutely not. you put your banjo down, and does that mean you're going to do some feet stuff, or
yeah, well,
sing a cappella, or?
I'm also a dancer, and I actually came into this a lot through dancing. I've been playing banjo since I was 8 years old, but I started clogging when I was 5, and really pursued the dance side of things for a long time. And then the more I started doing my own stuff, the more I was kind of put it all together. And sometimes I dance and play and sing all at once, but I thought maybe we'd do a song that I wrote called Dime Store Glasses.
All right.
You ready for it?
Sure.
All right. Well, I'm gonna buy you a pair of dime store glasses, and you can read the letter I wrote. Well, I'm gonna buy you a pair of dime store glasses, and you can read the letter I wrote. I'm not gonna tell you what it says, what's rolling around in my head. Well, I'm gonna buy me a pair of dark sunglasses, you can't see my eyes been crying. Well, I'm gonna buy me a pair of dark sunglasses, you can't see my eyes been crying. Oh, oh, how I feel. This pain is so real. Well, I'm gonna dust off my old brandy glasses, pour myself a stiff cocktail. Well, I'm gonna dust off my old brandy glasses, pour myself a stiff cocktail. Put on some old southern blues. I'm gonna dance around in my shoes. I'm gonna buy you a one-way ticket to Memphis, and you go tell them all what you did. Well, I'm gonna buy you a one-way ticket to Memphis, you go tell them all what you did. I'm putting on the southern blues, gonna dance around in my shoes. 'Cause I'm so lonely living with you, I'd rather be living alone. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you.
Those of you listening, there's only 2 people in the studio, Barbara, Evie here. We got the full effect of that, seeing you dancing and percussion, and everybody on the radio is missing out on the visuals. However, the reason there are 2 people here is that Peter Jones is here, and he's videotaping this, and as soon as we can get it up, we will put this up on YouTube. So probably in 2 or 3 days, if you go to YouTube and search for Evie Ladin and WTJU at the same time, you'll be able to find videos of this performance, and it's very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Now, you live in California right now. Did you grow up in California?
No, no, no. I grew up kind of all up and down the East Coast, and really grew up with a lot of folk music and dance parading through the house. And I was thinking about it today, that my dad would throw us in the car and drive us down to North Carolina to go to a party on the weekend. So all over the East Coast, I made my way out to Bloomington, Indiana, when I was dancing with the dance company Rhythm and Shoes. And that's where I met Keith, my husband, Keith Terry. And we come from very different musical backgrounds. We had large, extensive CD collections and not a single one in common. But it's been really cool to work him into my music and vice versa. And it also means that as a working musician, I work in a lot of different milieus. You know, I work in the international body percussion scene, which many people might not be aware of. But body music exists all over the world, traditional and contemporary styles. And so we get to do that on that side. Then he works with me on the folk circuit. And with that in mind, has some really interesting approaches to my music and to the traditional music. And much as I love straight up traditional music, I just feel like it's out there and people play it all over the place. And so
it's hard to make a living just playing that.
If I can add something new and different to the music and also express myself with my own lyrics and all of that, it really makes for a very interesting show.
All right. So if you want an interesting show tonight, go to the Magnolia House and find out how to get there by going to the WTJU homepage and looking for Evie Ladin, or the WTJU Facebook page. Or also, you can probably go to Preston Avenue and look opposite Shenandoah Joe's and listen to the music. There is an African American church on one of the corners there, at that intersection. There's several roads come together in that intersection, and I've been there on Sunday morning when they are rocking town. It's amazing. That's what it's like in my neighborhood in Oakland as well. I did want to mention that I am on a CD release tour. I have a brand new CD out with my band called Evie Ladin Band. It just came out in May, and so I've been, sometimes touring as a duo with my husband, sometimes with the full band, and sometimes doing solo shows like I'm doing much of today, and here in the area. We played down in Floyd last night, the Floyd Country Store, and we'll be at the Purple Fiddle tomorrow, opening up for the hot seats. So oddly enough, in all my travels, and I've been around this country many, many times playing music, I have never been to Charlottesville. I don't know how that happened. The rest of my family said they've been here, but I've never been here, and I'm really enjoying being here. And there's a big old-time music scene in Charlottesville. Exactly. There are people I've crossed paths with at Clifftop Music Festival and Mount Airy and other places, but I've actually never made my way to this part of the country, and it's just gorgeous. Now, did you meet Sabra in California? I did. Okay. Sabra Guzman was a good friend. She became a good friend, lived a few blocks from me. And we would get together in the evenings and play music, but we'd never performed together. And since I knew this leg was going to be solo, I said, well, why don't we do some things together? So we've worked up a good few songs, and she'll join me on part of the show. All right. Yeah. All right. Now, you got your banjo up again. Before we have another tune, I know there are instrument geeks out there who are listening in and might be interested if you said something about your banjo. Is it? Oh, my banjo actually has an interesting story. I don't think it's real old. It was probably made in the 70s, and I need to do a little bit more to find out more about it. But for about the first 10 years I owned it, I've had it about 20 years, and there was no name on it. And so I didn't know who made it, and I thought it was just a junky banjo. I bought it for $150 off my brother-in-law, and he didn't want it. And so I thought, well, when I get better, I'll get a better banjo. And the better I got, the better it sounded. Until now, this is my baby. It sounds great. And about 10 years ago, the dowel on the back broke. It just splintered off. And that's when I found that the maker had put his stamp on the inside. And I've since learned that the maker, it said MC DeFoche. And Mike DeFoche, I don't know if anybody knows him, but I hear he doesn't like being in the public eye, and he's not on E anything. And so I actually need to write him a physical letter. And that's, I don't know why it's taken me so long to do it, but I want to write him a letter and say, tell me something about this banjo. He's not known for making banjos, but he is known for being a luthier, working a lot on guitars and some on fiddles and stuff. And I know he plays with Clyde Davenport, and I've got as far as his sister got in touch with me and said, I think MC DeFoche is my brother. But so is he in Kentucky? I think he lives in Tennessee. But again, I've gotten to his sister and gotten to a friend of his, but never quite communicated with him. It's just in the last year or so that I've gotten his address in hand. And I don't know what's taken me so long, but I'm a little bit of a busy gal. Some people just don't want to have any presence on the internet at all. Yeah, well, and good luck with that. That's hard to do. Yeah. But you know, the better I got, the better it sounded, and I just love this. I love this instrument. I think it's got a really nice sound. I like it. All right. All right. What you got? One more tune here? Sure.
Well, I wrote this tune a while ago, and I recorded it with the Stairwell Sisters, an all-gal old-time band I play with in the Bay Area. We've been together about 12 years. And we recorded it on our first record. It was the only original song on the record. And I had written it when I was living in Indiana as an invitation to someone who didn't come over the mountains and down to the door of my home. And we're all kind of better off for that. So I still like the song. And I don't know of any others of these, but I did it sort of as an old-time mashup. I don't know how many old-time mashups there are out there, but maybe I'm the first. We'll see.
Evie Ladin here live on Sunset Road.